From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Thursday, August 13th. It's going to be a warm and muggy evening, mostly cloudy skies. There is a chance for a few isolated showers and storms south this evening with a low of 68. Tomorrow, summer heat's back. That humidity is sticking around all throughout the day. A few isolated showers and storms are also possible tomorrow. No severe weather is expected tomorrow with a high of 85. As the statewide eviction moratorium ends tomorrow, the Indianapolis Housing Agency announced an emergency payment policy to prevent mass evictions. Executive Director John Hall says it allows IHA tenants to pay no more than 40% of household income on rent and back rent until they've repaid what they owe. With the expiration of the moratorium, Hall says IHA has 950 households that would be subject to termination of rental assistance and or termination of tenancy in those communities. More than 250,000 Hoosiers could be at risk of eviction. The city announced a rental assistance program but was overloaded with requests. As of right now, it hasn't confirmed when it will begin accepting applications again for that rental assistance program. It was initially expected to reopen weeks ago. More than 1,000 Hoosier cases were reported again today. State health officials confirmed 1,046 new cases of COVID-19. Now, more than 77,500 people have tested positive. Another 20 Hoosiers have died. Those deaths happened between July 31st and yesterday. So far, 2,898 people are confirmed to have died from COVID-19 in Indiana. CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield says Americans must do 4 specific things or face the worst soon. He says we all must wear a mask, social distance, wash hands, and be smart about crowds. He says if all Americans do not get serious about these measures, we could see the worst fall we've ever had from a public health perspective. In an interview with WebMD, Redfield urged Americans to get the flu shot once it's available. The U.S. recorded its highest number of fatalities since May yesterday. The country, though, has averaged about 6% fewer cases this week compared to last. 7 states are still trending upwards in new cases. Okay, today is day 2 of Indy 500 practice at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Clearly very different than in years past. It's still nice to be able to drive by this speedway and hear those engines. James Hinchcliffe recorded the fastest time at the track on opening day. As I've told you here, it's been reported extensively. You likely know by now, no fans are allowed at the track for any 500 activities or festivities, including Carb Day, which is coming up Friday, August 21st. Still, with all the changes, Ed Carpenter says it feels good to be out there.
I think fans are pretty excited about it. You know, anytime that you're involved with an institution and able to represent the newest branch of our armed services, it's a real honor. And I think, even though we're not running this race on Memorial Day weekend this year, the feel and the vibe of that isn't lost. In my mind, it still is Memorial Day weekend in a lot of ways, and what it all feels like and what it means.
The 104th running of the Indianapolis 500 will be Sunday, August 23rd. Just hours ago, Indiana's Black Legislative Caucus unveiled its justice reform agenda for the 2021 legislative session, laid it out in 5 parts. The first, called Save Lives, it calls for things like banning no-knock warrants and banning racial profiling, even decriminalizing marijuana and removing resource officers from schools. The Empowering Communities part seeks things like creating a statewide citizen review board that reviews police misconduct cases. Then there's Holding Accountable, which calls for things like continued police training. The Change Culture section seeks changes like introducing legislation that requires officers to live in the city where they work and be assigned to those communities. Lastly, improving transparency. In talks with law enforcement about this agenda, being able to track or monitor officer complaints came up. The IBLC says the agenda was put together after talking with law enforcement, Governor Holcomb, and statewide virtual town halls. Representative Robin Shackelford told News 8's David Williams that until December, the IBLC will work to figure out the next steps for the 2021 session, whether that means introducing new bills or amending bills that already exist.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
Now to an IT-made investigation. An Indianapolis man found what appeared to be 20 Illinois driver's licenses. Steve Diana opened his mailbox after work and found a strange envelope. It was marked "Return to Sender," and it had his name and address, so he opened it. Inside, he found another white envelope that contained 20 Illinois driver's licenses. He brought them to IT mates Richard Essex, who did some digging. All 20 licenses have a Chicago area address, and all but one have a birth year of 1999, which would mean the person had recently turned 21. Richard has spoken to local, state, and federal authorities and the Illinois Secretary of State's office. He's still compiling his full report. You're going to be able to watch that live on News 8 at 6, and then you can also find it on wishtv.com shortly after that. IPS students can still get a free breakfast and lunch even while learning from home. The district announced its remote learning meal schedule this afternoon. It starts Monday when virtual classes begin. Meals will be handed out at more than 55 IPS school parking lots. Kids can get meals from noon to 3 Mondays and Wednesdays and 9 to 12 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's much more information on that at wishtv.com. State police are looking for potential victims in a Columbus, Indiana massage therapy voyeurism case. Officers arrested 49-year-old Jason Correll yesterday. Police say he hid a camera in his house on Pippin Court South. That's where his wife runs a massage therapy business. The camera captured video of clients, so police say Correll's wife didn't know anything about it. Police say anyone who got a massage there should call state police. An Indianapolis man is in jail accused of kidnapping a 4-year-old girl from Ohio. The suspect was also wanted here in Marion County for kidnapping a different child. State troopers say they tracked the car of 37-year-old Gil Landaverde to I-70 in Vigo County last night. Officers found the girl inside and arrested him. Police say Landaverde is related to that girl, but not her parent. Police haven't released details about the other kidnapping case he's involved in. President Trump declared today he does not want the U.S. Postal Service to get any additional funding. He says he doesn't want to see it used for mail-in voting. The president has criticized mail-in voting for months, saying it will lead to voter fraud. Democrats are demanding billions of dollars to help states and postal workers process mail-in ballots. But the president has said voting by mail could hurt the GOP. We asked Indiana Republican Senator Mike Braun about that this morning on Daybreak. He said that the USPS needs to adapt to growing demand. Today, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi accused the Trump administration of undermining absentee voting. Now to a historic peace agreement in the Middle East. Israel and the United Arab Emirates will establish full diplomatic ties. The deal suspends plans to annex parts of the West Bank that have been occupied by Palestinians. President Trump announced the deal this afternoon. The official signing will happen at the White House. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo praised the deal. Palestinians are pushing back, calling the deal treason. A spokesman for the Palestinian president says they're demanding it be retracted. TikTok plans to fight the Trump administration's ban against the app. A lawyer preparing a lawsuit says employees will likely argue President Trump's executive order is unconstitutional. Last week, the president ordered sweeping bans on dealings with the Chinese owners of TikTok and WeChat. He said they're a threat to U.S. national security and the economy. No word when the lawsuit could be filed. This Atlantic hurricane season sets another record. Tropical Storm Josephine formed this morning. It's the earliest J-named storm on record. Right now, it's several hundred miles southwest of the northern Leeward Islands. So far, there are also no coastal watches or warnings in effect. And right now, firefighters in California are trying to contain a quickly growing wildfire near Los Angeles. It broke out yesterday in dense forest land, then exploded in size. Some of the area hasn't burned since the 1960s. 100 homes have now been evacuated. Temperatures are expected to spike today and into the weekend, which could make containing the fire even more difficult. For the first time since March, first-time jobless claims fell below 1 million. The latest Labor Department report shows 963,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, down from 1.2 million the week before. Continued jobless claims still remain high at more than 15 million. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
AllIndianaPodcastNetwork.com.